Wilgus State Park campground. It's like there are a lot of open spots at present. Not bad. Could even hang up a hammock in there. Am I like obsessed with whether you could hang a hammock in it? Maybe. So anyway, I'm not sure, if you could just show up here and go to the office and get a spot, or if you have to like reserve in advance. I'm sure there are times when it's full, so looks nice. This is Hubbard Island. There's a campsite at the far end. Yeah, it seems like Hubbard Island compared to some of the other islands. It's more densely packed with trees. There's a pretty dense forest there, and the trees come almost down to the water. So there's a lot less of the low-growing vegetation, though there still is some on the bank here. So that seems like it would be more conducive to campsite. Keep confident. Decent. Oh yeah. It's one of those fun ones. Poison ivy there. It's a little steep. Okay. Now it's going both ways. Blue arrow pointed that way. Let's take a look. I left a lantern. So. Stone fire pit, and then there's a tire rim over there. The crate. Yeah, we got a book. Mosquitoes. Alright. Let's keep it moving. So, got one picnic table. Got space for a decent number of tents. You could probably set up a few hammocks here. See the privy path that way. There seems to be another path there. Let's take a look at this first. Yeah, see the forest is pretty dense, so there's not that much undergrowth. Yep. Basic pit toilet. Has a clothesline as well. That, I suppose, is not a secondary landing, but over here maybe. Oh yeah! Fun. Of course, there may have been recent erosion, so, So on the main river channel side, there's this rather steep ascent, and there's a rather steep, but maybe not quite as high ascent on the other side. Hubbard Island. Not bad, it's just, access is a potential issue. It's life sometimes. And well, didn't realize this island was so long. This is a long path. Hubbard Island campsite. Even this one is kind of steep. Well, it's not quite as high and steep as the others, but it's a long walk, and it's currently obstructed with trees. So anyway, at the end of the day, Hubbard Island is a nice campsite, but access is somewhat difficult. Yeah, so this is the Hubbard Island campsite, landing at the end of the island, downstream end. I mean, one of the other problems here is what do you do with your boat? There's not a whole lot to tie it to other than, you know, small brush, unless you got a really long rope. If I were definitely going to camp here, I'd probably use the landing on the middle of the left side. This is the SCA campsite. So far, access looks pretty nice. Very clean stream. Open fires are not permitted. Okay. Outside up there, apparently. Hangout spot here. Alright. Tent platforms. Ooh, fancy. Composting toilet or something? Yeah. Interesting. I think that's about it. So, SCA campsite, 2 large tent platforms, probably a pretty decent number of hammock hanging options, nice composting toilet on the privy, but there is a lot of climbing up to get here. That being said, the path is quite good. The steps are nicely made. So, and you know, beside the tent platform, you also have a big area here. You can pitch more tents in. So, very nice. So, Lower Meadow campsite, just before Bellows Falls. Tent platforms, bench, fire pit, socks, very distressed table, clothesline. A little extra space over here. Oh, 2 fans. So I guess secondary landing here. It's quite something. I'm pretty much set up here, making full use of the clothesline. You could probably do a few hammocks here. Not a huge number. Could do more in the way of tents, I think. So this should give me some air. Not worried about rain. I could just do away with the rain fly, but I don't know. Force of habit to always have it, I guess. Morning's coming up behind those hills. Gonna be a good day. I stayed at this campsite also 4 years ago when I did my very first long distance trip on the Connecticut River. And when I came here last night, I was checking out the privy, and I opened the door and I'm like really nervous about bees, you know, the bees in here. And so I looked at my journal, and sure enough, when I did this 4 years ago, I was checking out the privy then and I got stung by 2 bees. So yeah, it looked like the same place. The good news is that there are no bees in there now that I can tell, so that's good.